Always have a plan for goal line offense. This is just one of a bunch of different tips that has helped me go 37-1 so far in my online games. The pro player Lambo once tweeted, "I learned today you can never go into a tournament without red zone or goal line offense." And it is crazy how many players just have no defined plan for what to do when they get down inside the 5-yard line. And so right now, I'm going to show you guys a super cool personnel trick that you can use to help ensure that you always convert your drives into touchdowns. And then I'll also show you another play that's just really good inside the 5 and 10 yard line as well. But starting off, let's go into our play call screen, and you can do this in any playbook in the game, but whatever playbook you're in, you want to find a play that attacks the edge. It could be a jet touch pass, some kind of outside run play, some kind of RPO. In our case, I'm going to do the play motion RPO read flat. I really like this play because we get this really cool auto motion coming from our outside receiver, and it is just really tough for the defense to deal with. Now, in that formation that has your play that attacks the edge, we are going to sub in goal line personnel, which is 2 running backs and 3 tight ends. And so you're going to press Y or triangle to make substitutions. You're going to go around and sub in tight ends and running backs. So I'll put a tight end right there. I'll put a tight end right here. And for the final spot, we'll put a running back, since this will be our guy going in motion. And so once we have 2 running backs and 3 tight ends out on the field, we are going to call our play that attacks the edge. Now, when you call your play that attacks the edge, one of 2 things is going to happen. Your opponent will either call goal line defense, or they will call something that isn't goal line defense. And we have a plan for both of those scenarios. And so starting off, let's say they call goal line defense. In that case, we just run our play that attacks the outside, and we have a huge advantage here because our opponent is in goal line defense. They have a bunch of D linemen and linebackers on the field, and by attacking the edge, we're taking advantage of having speed on the outside, and we can be walking into the end zone. And so far so good. But let's say our opponent does not call goal line defense. Let's say they call literally anything else. And so let's say they call something like nickel or 3-3-5 penny, I think is a pretty good one because we have extra guys on the line of scrimmage. Well, we're still going to come out in our same play that attacks the edge. But when we see that they are not in goal line defense, we are going to audible down into the goal line formation. So we're going to press X on Xbox or square on PlayStation to pull up our audibles menu. And when you go left or right on the D-pad, it is going to show you other formations that have the same personnel that you have out on the field. And so you can see that we have goal line normal here in our audibles menu. And again, it's only possible to have this in your audibles menu if we make our substitutions in advance, where we get our 2 running backs and 3 tight ends out on the field. And so now you can audible into something like halfback sting. And if they have a superstar D tackle, make sure you double team him. But now all of a sudden, even if they pinch their D line, we have such a crazy advantage here. We can probably be walking into the end zone because we are running goal line run plays against not goal line defense. And so this is how you can always guarantee that you have an advantage, is if your opponent comes out in goal line defense, you just attack the edge, you exploit their weakness on the outside. If they come out in anything else, you just audible down to goal line and you exploit them on the inside. And so that is how you can always make sure that you are scoring touchdowns when you get down inside the 5-yard line. Now, I also promised you guys another money play for down inside the 5 or 10 yard line, and that play is halfback angle screen in the Gun Trips halfback weak formation. It's going to be included in our short yardage plays in our upcoming Miami offense game plan, and it is actually crazy how many touchdowns I have scored with halfback angle screen. So we're going to run through a few reps of that real quick. I'm going to put it on random defense, and right here I have us on the 6-yard line. But there's not a whole lot to running a screenplay. You just simply snap the ball, you wait a second or two, get the ball off, and then you have a ton of blockers in front of you. It's really awesome how well the blockers get out on this play. It's much better than normal screenplays. Like, I'm usually not like the biggest fan of halfback screens, but because of the angle, no pun intended, that the running back takes and the way the blockers just get out in front of you so quickly, you can very easily get at least 4 or 5 yards every single time you run this. And the other thing is you may be saying, well, what about the user? Users can guard the screen really easily. What I like to do on this play is I'll click onto my receivers. Like, you can press B or circle to click onto these guys. Maybe you put someone in motion real quick, send them back. Just a little bit of eye candy to kind of make your opponent really worry about the trip side, and then you can snap the ball, and then you can hit him with the backside angle screen, and you got a bunch of blockers in front of you. So halfback angle screen is one of my favorite goal line plays right now. It's super powerful. It's almost super brainless, but it's just insanely good, and it will have you scoring more touchdowns when you get down near the goal line.